Testing, testing, testing. Test Ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 742 of the Daily Mother Us. Whoa, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, slaycast, taintcast, and yokecast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Welcome everyone to the Gain Train. Welcome to episode 742. Welcome everyone to Pumptown, Jacksonville, Gainesville. I was just up in that area and now I'm back, thank the Lord. But big weekend coming, a lot of stuff going on, and I'm spreading myself thin a little bit. I'm running around. I am out of my element a lot this weekend, which is good, which is healthy, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. And today's episode is going to be fire. So first off, raise your Saturday afternoon coffee. Raise your Saturday afternoon coffee to cheers. Cheers, everyone. Welcome to 742. Those are joining me for the Quadcast live on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Remember, twitch.tv/Swolenormous, and of course, everywhere else at Swolenormous 2, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast. You can catch me everywhere. Let's see everyone coming in. Welcome. Good morning, our yo Beardy Man. What's up, Beardy Man? What's up, Papa Beardy Swolio? Stephanie on the YouTubes. Papa, what up? So really having some good conversations, and those of you that are hitting me up in Messenger that are joining the Daily Swole Club. So I've been putting out some good stuff. Today's post will go out a little bit later this evening, so you can stay tuned to that. So those of you that have heard me talking about it that want to join, just go over to Facebook and click the link. It's in my description of this episode, but you can also just go to my Facebook page and hit send message, and you will get all the details to join the private list, not just the main section, but the private list where you can access everything. And those of you that haven't checked out my workshops, and a lot of you come into the community fresh because you're just finding my content now, and you are asking, I wouldn't say basic questions, but you're asking entry questions like, hey, how do I lose weight? Or what should I be eating? Or what's the best thing for this? And a lot of these questions get answered in my public content with my workshops and, of course, my daily show, my podcast. So I'm going to talk about a couple things because some of you just need to do some fucking homework. You need to actually put some effort in, and other people just need to swipe up and check out the main menu. So I have all those workshops and all my ebook and all that stuff in the main menu. So when you click send message on Facebook, swipe up, you'll see a main menu. You see my ebook, you see my workshop, you see all that sheesh. Yo, what up, Jeb? Hey, everyone remember the motherfucking JEB? He's live right now on he's not live, but he's on Instagram. What up, Brohemoth? What up, Bro Slice? You might remember him from I forgot what episode that was. Maybe 713. If you scroll back, maybe 713, 715, something along those lines. My broski, he was down here and we did a live show together. So he's joining live on Instagram. Dan Dumo just finished grilling up my grass-fed strip steak and grilled onions. Perfect time for this to start. The ebook Eats Anything by Hemingway Alive. Literally. It's like fucking, it's like Moby Dick. It's the Moby Dick of ebooks. My ebook is just the Moby Dick of fitness. I'll just slap everyone with that whale tail. Know what I'm saying? Whale tail to the face. So what was I saying? Where the fuck was I? All right. So today's episode is, we're going to go into some shit, getting out of your comfort zone. That could have been the title. And also what could have been the title, or what is the fucking title, is making the time. So making the time and getting out of your comfort zone are two different things, because sometimes you have to make the time to get out of your comfort zone. And as we all well know, getting outside your comfort zone is what breeds that change. Checking in from Michigan's. Ooh, I like Michigan's. Gerardo. I remember spotting you squatting 405 in Kendall. I remember that, dude. That's the heaviest I've ever gone. I've never tried to go heavier than, after I hit 405, I was like, that's enough. After you start squatting that much, you just are literally, this is how I look at fitness. Once you deadlift a certain amount and once you squat a certain amount, you just turn that hourglass over, and it's just a matter of time before you blow something out or you fucking blow your back out. There's only so much heavy. Like, how heavy are you going to go? Are you going to be a power lifter and squat 600 pounds? All these guys are jacked up. And I really encourage all of you to train for the long term, because it's like anything else, right? If you want to have a successful marriage, relationship, if you want to have, if you want to have friends, like good friendships and stuff, you have to invest time into it, right? You have to spend time with each other. You have to do things. You have to invest money in, I don't know, whether it's real estate or business or your fitness. You have to think long term, right? Nothing comes quick. And if you think about your fitness long term, you make such better decisions in the gym. If you think about your fitness long term, you will make such better decisions. And what I mean by better decisions is not being an asshole and trying to keep on squatting more, 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 because there's that breaking point. And I feel like so many people in the gym are just literally in the gym almost trying to find that breaking point, not just because their form sucks and they're jabronis, but just with weight, keep on going up and up and up and up. And then it gets to the point where, okay, well, how much more? When are you going to be happy? When is enough? Is 450 enough? Is 500 enough? Is 600 enough? Like when does it become valuable to you? Okay. And I understand the whole PR. I understand max reps and, oh, I did 500 last week. And now 2 months later, I did 505 or 510. And it's like, fuck, like, why? Why is that valuable to you? Does that mean that you are a better person? Does that mean that you are actually more muscular? Does that mean that you're a little bit stronger? Okay, a little bit stronger, but what does that get you? Depends on their ego. It's all about ego. I understand pushing yourself, I understand challenging yourself, but I like to walk. I like to walk when I'm 50 years old. Let's see here. Watching Papa Swole my graduation ceremony, graduating with the gains. You got the gains of honor. The valedictorian. You're the swole dictorian today. So congratulations on your graduation. Now you're in the real world, and now you're gonna get slapped upside the head with the dick of life. You're gonna get slapped upside the face with a dick of life. That's what happens after graduation. When you're in school, you live in this fucking bubble where everything's like roses and unicorns and fucking leprechauns dancing around, stroking your taint. Once you graduate, you get slapped with a dick of life right across the fucking face. Bah! Everything you learned is not true. Everything you thought was real is not. just just that realization, like, fuck, what have I been doing with the last 4 years of my life? What have I been doing now? But congratulations. I know it's a process. And sometimes it helps. Sometimes education helps. Sometimes education helps. I mean, it depends on what you're doing it for. And that's where I really feel like the world is it's changing, but it's going for the better because education is no longer okay. You have to go to a college to do it. You can just Google stuff and learn. Right now, we're learning, and we talked about this I think yesterday, the day before. And you can learn from like I teach in Swolenormous X here on the Daily Swole. I teach what I know, so you're learning by being a part of this community and by and that's free. It's free, or you're a member of my private community and you're learning there. So education is free. It depends on your effort, and that kind of ties into what we're going to talk about today with making the time. So change and getting outside your comfort zone can be looked at a couple different ways. You can get out of your comfort zone physically, you can get out of your comfort zone mentally. And those two different things, the physical and the mental, are both important. So when you're trying to build muscle, when you're trying to develop your physique, you have to get outside your comfort zone. Okay. You have to lift heavier weight. You have to be progressive. You have to lift more and try to keep on lifting more or higher volume and mix it up, negatives, isometrics, shorter rest periods. Then you do deloading and then you go back up to heavier weight, whatever it is to build muscle strength, endurance, whatever your goal is, right? So you have to push yourself and you have to force your body to adapt, because if you don't force your body to adapt and you don't push yourself, your body won't change and you won't get more endurance. You won't get more flexible. You won't, increase muscle size. You won't get those things that's your goal. And if that's your goal, that's great. Whatever your goal is, that's cool. Bro Jackson, do your thing. But you have to push yourself outside your comfort zone, what's comfortable for your body, because if it's comfortable for your body won't change. It won't adapt. So you have to go outside that adaptation. You have to push, 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 and then your body will be forced to adapt, hopefully, if you do it right. So then you have the emotional and the psychological comfort zone. So for me, I love routine. And I've just become accepting of that. And I always thought, and I think that's because not because of social media, but always growing up, you think, okay, people love to travel. I love to travel. I want to travel someday. I don't know if I want to travel. I do, but I don't. I am really a creature of habit, and human beings are. But I really like my routine. I like my food. I like my place. I like my setup. I like my computer, my microphone. Anytime I get out of my comfort zone, I'm not awkward. I'm not socially awkward or anything, but I just, okay, I have to set things up. It creates a little more chaos. Now, if you're always on the move, you adapt to that. So in the past, I've been very, very mobile, and then you adapt to being more mobile. When you're sedentary or you're in one spot, you adapt to that. So psychologically, I adapt to being here with all my monitors, with my equipment and my thing a certain way. And no, I'm not introverted. I'm just a private person. Like I don't like massive crowds. I don't go fucking partying in clubs and stuff. I just, I do my work, and I don't think I'm introverted because I'm here, but you know, the way that social media and the internet works, you can be more of a private person and be very, very public. So I keep to myself. I like to keep my shit for me, and I put out other stuff and other content, and I just throw that out there, and I put myself out there in big ways. But in some ways, I'm very, very private and very personal. I keep things off the radar. And when it comes to me changing my situation and kind of going and let's say doing the Daily Swole on the road or being out, yeah, it's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit awkward. And it's not awkward in the sense that I can't handle it, but it's a different style, right? If you're more traveling and you're more mobile, it's a different style of content. It's a different state of mind. I need to prepare more. And I've done that. And I think part of it is in my life, there's periods where I've been extremely mobile, like because of work and relationships and different things. There are periods in my life where I was literally living out of my car just because I had, my bags. I would leave for the day and I would work and be out, you know, 30, 40 minutes from where I lived. And I'd have my bag, I have my cooler, I have all my food. That's where I can talk really big time about meal prep. I know what it's like to prep meals. So now I really don't prep meals that much. And I'm very sick because I think I'm just like recoiling back. I'm so tired of all those years of being, literally on the road all the time, prepping so much in advance. Now that I can be more or less in one spot, I can be more casual about it and make food when I want to make food. And I don't have to prepare as much in certain instances because I'm not so far away from home base. And I think that's like kind of like me recoiling from all those years of never being able to, not take a huge bag with me with all these different changes of clothes and deodorants and things in case I wanted to take a shower at the gym, or, food in case I didn't go home for a day or two. And it can be stressful at first, but then you just get used to that lifestyle. And the same way with being more in one spot or being more, okay, I'm here at the same time or in the same place, doing the same way with the same equipment, the same routine. So we get stuck in routines mentally and physically, which is an adaptation. You can psychologically adapt and you can physically adapt. So that's comfort zone. And when it comes to comfort zones, it's important to get out of them. And it doesn't mean you have to, okay, let's say I want to be in one place. Doesn't mean I have to go travel the world all the time. Okay, I have to get out of my comfort zone. I have to do things I don't enjoy because I enjoy it. I enjoy seeing different things. I enjoy being different places. But right now in my life, a ton of travel is hard because I'm not able to be at a computer and edit videos and do the same kind of content. If I'm out, I can't edit and do the same kind of stuff. It makes it more challenging for me to execute things I need to execute. So as you if you match what works for your lifestyle and match what works for your goals, that's obviously ideal. You're going to get the best results that way. However, when it comes to breaking your routine, it can really invigorate you. It can give you new perspective. It can give you new content, give you fresh eyes, give you some new ideas. So it's always important to stretch your boundaries and to kind of step outside your box a little bit. And I did that this weekend. I'm going to do it, again shortly. And that's fun. It's fun, and you adapt. You adapt to the new routine. You adapt to new things, and it's exciting. Okay, so it's different. And when it comes to having the time to get things done, it's similar to that adaptation. That's why I set this up with that whole premise of you're going to adapt or you're going to grow and develop outside your comfort zone if you have things that you need to do. And I get a lot of messages about people wanting to change their life and wanting to get in shape and do all these things. If you have shit that you need to get done, you have to make the time to do it. And I can't get over how often people are talking about how they don't have time. They don't have fucking time. Or I work this and I have this. I don't have time. You have time. We all have the same amount of time. You have the time. How are you using the time? And no one, quote unquote, I just said everyone has time, but at the same time, no one has time, right? Mentally, you think of all things you have to do and there's nothing left over. If something is important to you, if your fitness is important to you, if your relationship is important to you, if your job or your business or your career or your hobby is important to you, you don't say you have time for that, right? You make the time. If you enjoy something, what do? You make the time to go do something. Is that not correct? You make the time to go do something. And float some hearts, float some biceps. I know you're watching and you're not commenting. It's a little bit quiet today, but I get it because I'm rolling and I know you're all absorbed. But what do you make the time for? I mean, how many of you would say you have the time to work out? How many of you say you have the time? And how many of you feel like you make the time? And I know there's like a gray area, it depends on how you interpret it, but would you say, how about this? Do you feel like you make the time rather than, oh, I have extra free time, let me just go to the gym? How many of you feel like you truly just you make the time? Like you organize things? Yeah, that's right, Deborah, on Facebook, priorities. It is. You make the time to do it. All of you make the time. Now, if you have 2 hours in your day, what am I going to do with these extra 2 hours? Well, you either sit on your butt and watch Netflix or you go to the gym. And if you only have 1 hour, what are you going to do? Okay, let me try to multitask. Let me make this phone call. Let me hook it up to my Bluetooth in my car and make this phone call on the way to X, Y, and Z. That way, afterwards, I don't have to spend extra time. I can multitask. I can talk while I'm in the car. I can, while I'm in the supermarket, I have this conversation here. That way I don't have to have a conversation after. I don't know. You start making the time and organizing and prioritizing your day, but you make the time to have for your health. And that's because you want it to happen. And if you want something to happen, you have to prioritize it, right? You have to make the time. You have to make the time for it. It's not going to happen on its own. No one wants you to work out. That's another fucking thing. No one wants you to work out. You know why? Because no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit about you. No one wants you to work out. No one wants you to work out. There's no one on the other side of your state or your town thinking, oh man, James really needs to work out today. I wish he would work out. He doesn't give a fuck about you and you don't give a fuck about him. You're worrying about your life and he's worrying about his life. So the question is, what's important to you and what are you going to do about it? That's going to lead to the results. And if you need to go to the gym to get those results, which a lot of these things, it benefits greatly. You want to lose weight? Great. Go to the gym. You want to build muscle? Great. Go to the gym. I hate running with all my heart, but I force myself to do it. And that's another thing. Why are you running for? You're trying to get better at running. You're trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you don't have to run. Do some yoga instead. Don't run if you're not doing yoga. Everyone's trying to run. What are you running from? A bear? A lion? You don't have to run. You don't have to run for your health. You can do cardiovascular. You don't have to do fucking running. If you hate running, then fucking don't run. Don't run. You could do some sprints. That's valuable. That could be valuable. You have to go running. Fuck that shit. Why do you have to go running? For what? For what? So, first off, you have to do what you need to do to get the results. If you need to lift weights, then fucking lift weights. If you want to get big, let's say I want to get big muscles. Well, I'm sorry, but push-ups and pull-ups are only going to go so far. You're not going to get huge doing that. I don't care what you see on TV. And, oh, these bar guys are always doing that. Yeah, first off, they skip leg day every day. And sometimes genetics can play a role. A lot of them aren't that big. They're not huge. They're smaller and they just look very, very cut and defined. And a lot of them do take artificial substances, AKA steroids, and they just don't promote it. And most people think, well, if they're doing pull-ups all the time, not taking juice. Trust me, you see some of these physiques, you don't get that just doing pull-ups and push-ups all the fucking time. You don't do that just by doing dips on a bar. Let's put it that way. So publicity does a lot of stuff that people want to do. When someone wants to get famous, they'll do a lot of different things. But if you want to change and you want to get better, then you have to prioritize. And I think it's important to make the time to get outside your comfort zone. So even though sometimes I don't want to leave, sometimes I don't want to get out of my routine, I think it's important sometimes to make the time to get out of my routine because it will either do a couple things. It'll give me some new perspective, some fresh content, some new ideas, some new thoughts, or in addition to, it will also make me appreciate having certain consistencies and having certain things in my life and having certain things that are there that I can count on. It just gives some more perspective. I can't stay, but wanted to check in and say hi. Hi, Allie. Hello, hello. Blaine OGG. I love your no bullshit, get your ass in the gym mentality. The days I feel like skipping, it seems like I'll always catch one of your clips. I fucking go, man. You're the best. Thank you, dude. I appreciate it. And yeah, since I'm not going to be able to work out tomorrow, I'm not even going to work out today. I'm going to do yoga again today myself. I'm doing yoga today myself. because I'm not gonna be able to make it to the gym because I have to be up early and I'm getting back late. I'm not going to be able to make it during hours, and I'm gonna be very physical tomorrow, so I'm not even gonna. I don't want to be banged up and sore today. Plus, I would just be doing some upper body stuff, so I'm gonna do it. I don't want to be cramping up and dehydrated because I'm gonna be outside and all this different stuff. So I am gonna do yoga and some mobility stuff today because that's gonna benefit me. Plus, I've been sitting in the car. Oh my god, like my back and fuck, man, fuck. So that's my that's my 2 cents, that's my quarter, that's what I believe, that's what I think, and I really do think it's good to mix things up. It's good to get outside your comfort zone, it's good to get outside that routine, but don't get outside that routine without realizing the value of it, and don't stay in your routine without realizing the value of getting outside your routine. It goes both ways. You don't have to be a different person, you don't have to like things you don't wanna like, but I think it's important to stretch your wings and spread your wings and get some perspective. Okay, get some different get a different vantage point. And when it comes to having the time, fam, I will say it 1,000 fucking times, you will never have the time to work out. You will never have the time to work out. You're never gonna have all this amazing inspiration or motivation, whatever you want to call it. You're not going to have that all the time, or rarely you might have that. But whether you're motivated or not, whether you're happy or not, whether you're sad or not, whether you have the time or not, here's the thing. Either you get your workouts in and you eat the foods and you do the work it takes to get to where you want, or you don't. You do or you don't. And a lot of that just takes making the time, not making excuses, and doing it regardless. And that's really like that's the big ticket, is doing it regardless. Doing it regardless. And I just realized that today is not episode 700. I don't know if I said 43. I don't know if I said 43 today when I loaded it. I'm gonna change the little things. I think it says in the descriptions 42, but I'm gonna change that. It's episode 743. So I forgot. So I just realized I'm looking at the screen. I see 42, but it shouldn't be 42. It should be 43. So I will oh, can I edit that now? Let me see if I can do that live. I've never tried that live on Facebook. Hopefully it doesn't destroy everything. Oh, it works. Hey, cool. I know I could edit that live on the fly. All right, so that's cool. And now it says right, 7:43. Yeah. So make the time. And I think everyone was answering earlier. Everyone's making the time, making the time. Everyone said make priorities. Priorities are the same. Priorities are the same as making time. If you have a priority for your fitness, you're making the time to get your fitness in. It's similar. They're connected, but you get the point. If it's something that's important to you, you do it. You make the time, you get it done, and that's it. It's really simple. It's really simple. And I've said this many times before too. It's not easy, but it's very, very simple. What up, Swole? Got your coffee back. Fuck, man. Sucked. That's that really sucked. Hotel coffee is trash. I can't believe I didn't bring anything. I did not. I just missed I missed the boat big time on that. Yeah. Ooh, it's in my beard. Whenever I start getting coffee in my beard, that's when I know that it's mustache trimming season. This whole thing needs to get cleaned up. Drinking my caffeine now. Me too, man. I'm driving, and you pop on now. Loved your free workshop. I joined on, took notes. Awesome, good stuff. Was at the anti-diet workshop. That was a good one. I'm joining a yoga facility on Monday. Good, enjoy. Those are some older comments. I'm scrolling down now. Have you read Own the Day, Own Your Life? No, I have not. I added a drink water reminder, and I love it. Just keep drinking. Just keep drinking. As a human being, can you imagine? You have to remind yourself to drink water. Just keep on pounding it. Whenever you don't have anything to do, whenever you're thinking about something for a moment, just drink water. Just always have more. Always drink more. You're never gonna overdo it, really. I took action with the 90-day dash today. Super excited. Hell yeah, you did, Kelly. I hope you enjoyed it. Just day one. Just day one. Julie Massey. Okay, for my husband as a semi-truck owner operator, how does one find time to work out with only 8 hours home to sleep before having to drive again? You work out for an hour and you sleep for 7. That was an easy answer, wasn't it? You sleep for 7 hours instead of 8. You'll be fine. You're not going to hurt yourself by sleeping for 7 hours. Or you work out for half an hour and you sleep for 7.5. Like you just do that. You do that. You're not going to have major health issues unless you start getting down to like 5, 4. That's when you really start getting, and some people operate 100%. I honestly think I don't need as much sleep as I can sleep. I'm like a cat or like a lion. Don't they sleep 18 or 20 hours a fucking day or something? I feel like I can do that. But I also find that when I don't get a ton of sleep, I'm better. I think I'm better on the low end, even though I might feel a little bit. I feel like I'm better on the low end. I think I'm better anywhere between 5 and 7. I think I operate very well. I do like more sleep, but a lot of us don't really know what that number is because we're so sleep deprived. We can't get back on that schedule. It's very hard with all the blue lights and all the computer screens. I mean, think about it. If I want to work late, let's say I want to work till 8 or 9, I'm staring at 3 screens. And of course, I could turn them into night mode, but I'm still staring at LED screens. I have lights on and I'm doing filming, and it's very stimulating. It's very stimulating. I'm always on my phone, but I'm on my phone not for entertainment. I don't use shit for entertainment. I really don't. I don't use the phone. I mean, I think this is entertainment for me when I do Instagram and Snapchat. I mean, it's fun for me, but it's work. So I'm on my phone. It's a tool. I don't use it to consume content, to watch and enjoy. I use it to communicate with all of you. But I don't think people need as much sleep as, not a lot of sleep. I think it's more consistent sleep, consistent sleep patterns. Like if you're going to sleep at 10 o'clock every night and you're getting up at 5, you're getting 7 hours. That's healthy. Why would that not be healthy? Some people thrive on that. If it's consistent every night, I think it's a problem. And it's hard when it's 1 a.m. and you're getting up at 7, then you're going to sleep at 9, or you're going to sleep at 3, and it's 11, and it's 8. And if you have an uneven schedule, then your body can't get into it. Anytime you can get into a routine, and again, that ties back into our topic today. Anytime you can get into a routine, anytime you can be consistent, anytime your body can adapt and really do better with the tools that it has, if your body knows what to expect, everything can happen a lot better. That's the human nature. And we don't think of our mind in that sense. We think of, okay, if you know what to expect from a friend, right? There's certain people when you hang out with, how they're going to be, right? If you're going to the movies, you're not going to invite your friend that doesn't stop talking throughout the entire movie. You know what to expect. You know what to expect. Human beings like to know what to expect. We don't like change. And your body likes to know what to expect too. If your body knows what's going to get, it can adapt better. On Twitch, in your honest opinion, what workout regimen is the most optimal to burn fat? There is no optimal workout regimen to burn fat. Okay. That's the answer for every question. When you say best or optimal, there is none. In my honest opinion, it's definitely not cardio. Cardio is definitely not the best way to burn fat. It's weight training and yoga. So I guess I do have an opinion, and that is my honest opinion. I always give my honest opinion. I don't think once I've given any opinion on this show in 743 episodes. I don't think I've ever given an opinion that's not my honest opinion. If I know about something, I'll talk about it. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know and we won't talk about it. And if it's something interesting, we'll discuss it and I'll get your opinions. That's all this is. That's all this is. I'm divulging my knowledge from almost 20 years of training experience, helping thousands of clients and members, and doing it myself and living it and building the muscle and shedding fat. Like I've done these things myself. So I'm sharing what I do, what I've done, and what's been very successful for me and others. Is it the only way to success? Of course not. You can't say that about anything. There is always more than one road. There are always multiple ways. Okay. There are always, you can't say there's one workout that's best for everyone, because then you see some people there, and there's genetics that plays a role. There's, you know, there's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors, environmental, physical, like I said, genetics. There's a lot of factors. Papa Swole, can I get a hooyah? Sure did. Sure can. Have you read, let's see, Mark Kovacevic? Kovacevic? Maybe Kovacevic or whatever. Haven't gotten Daily Swole for today. Have you sent it out yet? No. Love Swolenormous X was the best investment I've made in a while. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it. And I'm really stoked to bring a lot more content there and for the new stuff coming. So thanks for being a part of it, bro. And Mark, about the Daily Swole Club. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I really like lately, I've been trying to do the Daily Swole Club after I do the Daily Swole because it's brand new and I want people to get into it. And plus, I was traveling all day and I did yesterday's. And I don't know if you watched yesterday's episode, but I had an issue with it. And honestly, if there's glitches, I apologize just because it's not perfect yet. It's still brand new with like how it sends out if you don't get if there's a glitch. And plus, make sure you update your messenger app, make sure you update your app, make sure you have everything updated and fresh, because if you don't stay up with that, you're going to miss like some update that you'll get glitches and stuff like that. And yesterday it took me, I was fucking around with it for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and it pushed everything back. I didn't get half as much done as I wanted to yesterday because I couldn't get it to work properly. And it had to do with like compressing the video and just bullshit, just stuff behind the scenes. So what I've been trying to do is send it out after I do the Daily Swole, because for right now, I'm really just trying to bring people in that will get it. So if let's say I do the Swole and I send it out 2 hours after I do the show, people will be signing up and then they'll get the next they'll get the next release and stuff like that. So I didn't send it out today yet. Yeah, it's going to be daily, and it's not always going to be video. It's going to be different content, but I'll be sending that out. So don't worry about that. But it'll get, if you're on the list and you're officially on it, you will get it and you'll know. And I send out silent. I don't send out like noisy alerts. So even if it's late at night and you're sleeping, wherever time zone you're in, you'll just get a notification, but it'll be a silent push. I don't do like bring. I don't want to wake anyone up at night. Let's see, Deborah. It all starts in the kitchen. What you put in your pie hole, eat shit, and your body and mind will be just that. Eat fresh, whole, natural, healthy foods and plenty of water and decent rest in the gym. I think, can we define it as just being that simple? Could it really be just that simple? Eat real food, drink water, get sleep, train hard, be consistent, done, fucking game over, and then all the other things of trying new things and being progressive and learning. Like, could it possibly be that simple? Right? Just that fucking simple. I would have to say yes. As a foundation, absolutely. How many people are trying to see amazing results and wishing and wondering about this extra body fat around their stomach, or they're not building as much as they possibly could and their hormones are out of whack because they're getting garbage sleep all the time? Some people might be able to pull it off more than others. Again, we have genetics, we have history. Okay. Some people have been exercising their whole life. Some people were extremely overweight and they were overweight when they hit puberty. They got extremely overweight and their hormones got jacked up and they're fighting. They're trying to swim upstream because they're trying to repair damage inside their body. And hormones, remember we talked about recently, hormones are just chemical messengers. Hormones tell your body, tell your organs, tell your brain, tell different parts to do certain things. So whether or not you're motivated to work out or you are going to the gym every day, if the chemical messengers inside your body are telling certain organs to not do certain things and to save fat and to save water and blah, 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 you're fighting a losing battle. You have to get to the foundation. That's why eating the right foods is so important, because you need those messages to be accurate. You need those messages to be the right messages, not be clouded by chemicals and garbage foods. Zach Perez, I recently quit my job in the oil field that was allowing me only five. Ooh, good question or good comment. I recently quit my job in the oil field that was allowing me only 4 to 5 hours of sleep and was ruining me mentally and physically. I was falling apart. It's been 8 months and I get 8 hours of sleep and I feel completely different. I did it for 3 years running on a lack of sleep. And you don't realize, you don't realize how bad it is until you come out of it. Kovacevic. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, I think because everyone's got like the cha and everyone pronounces things differently, but cool, man. Thanks. Sorry for butchering it. Ask yourself, how bad do you want results? No one can do it for you. Yeah, no one can do it. If you don't do it, no one's going to do it. And it comes down to those simple things, right? Eat the right food, sleep, drink water, train hard, be consistent. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do it. You have to do it. And I get a lot of messages, and it's hard. It's hard when I get messages saying, "Hey, man, I'm so depressed. I'm overweight. I'm miserable. This, that, and the other. Please help me. Please help me." And I know I can, but it's kind of like, It's only good advice if you take it, because a lot of you that watch this have seen great results in your own personal fitness, and you've never purchased my Swolenormous X. You never joined my programs. You've never bought or purchased services from me, but you've listened and you've put this stuff into practice, right? You've started applying all the thousands of videos and workshops and stuff that I've done. Like, you've applied the knowledge and you've lost. I get messages almost daily. I would have to say at least a couple a day. Sometimes they come in just like a boom. One day just seems to be everyone wants to share their amazing success, which is great. I'll just get like a blast of like a bunch of, but I see their name and they might have mentioned a comment once or twice, but they're not a member of the private community or anything, but they watch the podcast like, hey, Papa Swole, I've been following you for over a year. I love the podcast and I've gone from 330 to 270 in like 5 months or so. It's like, shit, that person just did it, right? They took responsibility for their own results. And that's where that video, the viral one, The Truth Hurts, you have to understand that you are fat. You have to understand that you are unhappy. You have to understand that you are skinny or whatever it is, whatever it is. And everyone has their own thing that they want. Everyone has to have their own vision for themselves or what they want to achieve. And then you have to do it. You, they, whatever. But you're the one that has to do it. You're the one that has to get that stuff done. And if you don't do it, no one will, because no one cares. No one cares. Everyone's got their own problems. Everyone's got their own shit they're trying to do. No one cares about your personal journey. And when I say about that, it doesn't mean that I don't care about your personal journey, but you have empathy, but it's like, I care about my own journey. Like, I'm focusing on my shit. Like, jump on, right? Jump on the train, come along for the ride. But you have to be invested in yourself. Like, you have to do it. You have to be the one that wants it. You have to be the one that does it. You have to be the one that's passionate. You have to be the one that's fired up. You have to be the one that's fucking in it to win it. You have to be the one that's disciplined. I can give you, right? So here's the interesting thing. Thousands of people watch the show, follow me, all that stuff. And I'm thankful for all the attention, for everyone using their time to hang out and to learn, to be a part of this community. There are some people that see amazing results, amazing, losing over 100 pounds in less than a year, fucking crushing it, changing their life, had back pain, no more back pain, especially people that are in Swolenormous X that are crushing the programming and the mobility and yoga and all that stuff. And then you have people that watch a show or do something and just have no change. What is the difference between those two people? What's the difference? All my content, like everything, all my free content is free for everyone. All my private content is private, but it's open to everyone. Okay. I understand there might be some financial limitations for some of you. I get it. That's why I put out so much available content, because I want to bring everyone in. I want to bring everyone in. I want to help as many that are willing to help themselves. So, what's the difference between the people that watch the Daily Swole and lose 100 pounds versus people that watch the Daily Swole and don't lose 100 pounds? Like, why? What's the difference? And that's just the action. That's just the execution of it. Like, there's no difference. I don't do secret videos. Well, the Daily Swole Club, you don't see that anywhere else, but it's not like, it's still free. It's open. Like, I don't do any like private videos for certain people. Like, hey, I'm going to give you the information, but this other person that wants to lose 100 pounds, I'm not going to tell them a damn thing. I'm going to tell them to eat pizza, a good one. Like, I don't do that. So what's the difference? There's no difference. It's what they do with it and what you do with it. You know, this shit is fucking free. The hard work is just hard work, and that's free too. But that's the fucking mind game. Got some more questions. I think someone asked on Twitch, what are my thoughts on keto? I think keto is fine. I think it might be something that's more short term than long term, but some people like it. Some people love it. I didn't like it for weight training, like for heavy weights. I don't think it's great for like lifting heavy, but if you're looking for weight loss, it can get you started. Even if you have to give up friends, bad habits, whatever. What was it? Deborah, even if you have to give up bad friend or friends, bad habits, whatever is in your way or better for your health and life, get rid of it. Agreed? Agreed. Julie Massey, explain this one to me. I shall. I haven't even read the question yet. I lost 20 pounds at the beginning of the year. I need to lose 70. First off, what do you mean you need to lose 70? Don't wrap your goals around a number. That's dangerous from the start. So you lost 20 pounds and you want to lose 70. 70 more or 70 total and you have 50 to go. I joined CrossFit for 6 weeks and lost no more weight. Shocker. Eating correctly, drinking correctly, what's up? I don't know what eating correctly means for you. So when someone says I'm eating correctly, that means absolutely zero to me. That means nothing. That means nothing. Someone's opinion of eating healthy means absolutely nothing. That's the first thing that you all have to realize. What you think is eating correctly might absolutely not be eating correctly, especially if you're not seeing results. Okay. What does eating correctly mean? What does eating correctly or eating correctly for you? Eating correctly by the way a book was written that had a specific diet that you're following, or eating correctly for your body specifically? So I need more details on that. Uh, I added exercise after the 20-pound loss and I lost no more weight. You added exercise. You added CrossFit, which is random exercise. If you're talking about focused exercise directed at a goal, now we're talking about something. So, Julie, if you're still watching, give some details on what you're eating. I already know about the training. So, more of a weightlifting, bodybuilding focused split with yoga and mobility and functional movement is ideal, of course, in my expert opinion. And then whatever you mean by eating correctly, which I don't know what that means. What was that? Kiske or quick quick say or kick say, whatever, on Twitch. How do you overcome plateaus with fat weight loss? Uh, well, sometimes it's just more consistency. Sometimes you just have to wait it out. And sometimes you have to push yourself. You have to go heavier. You have to overload your body differently. You have to do more mobility training. Maybe you're overtraining and you're plateaued. There are a lot of differences or similarities between overtraining and undertraining. You could hit a plateau because you're not training hard enough. You could hit a plateau because you're overtraining and doing too much. And more isn't always better. And a lot of people try to do more in order to get more results, and that doesn't work that way. The body doesn't work that way. You can easily overtrain and do too much. Thanks, Wes. I appreciate it. You have to burn more calories and you're pushing down your throat, more exercise. Sometimes. Sometimes that's not always the answer. I've been working out for almost 2 months. This is on YouTube from Jonathan Urbano. I've been working out for almost 2 months. I'm starting to get results, and I've learned so much thanks to people like you and Athleen. It's all about doing your research. It's about applying the research and trying things. So it's about applying things, right? It's about doing it. You could do your research, and you could do all the research you want on the gym. You could do all the research you want on the gym. You could do all your research you want on nutrition. You still got to cook the food, prep the food, buy the food, go to the gym, do the weights, right? I know that's what you meant, bro. No, no, I agree with you. You have to do your homework. And that's what a lot of people do. They come here and they just ask like, "Hey, how do I do this?" Well, first off, I've done 743 episodes on mostly every single topic in fitness, maybe sparing a couple here and there. I'm not even sure what we've ever missed. You can start there. No one wants to do research. No one wants to actually put in the time. They want an answer. And a lot of these things don't have a set answer. A lot of these things aren't, okay, this is the best way to do it, and that's it. Do that. Very rarely, if ever, is that the case with fitness. There are starting points. Like, hell, you might try something. You might join Swolenormous X and do my program and get a great, and you fucking love it. And then you try something else after that and you love that too. And it gets you even more like, and then you come back. There are many different pathways. You just have to start doing something. And a lot of times you don't know what the best thing to do or what the best thing for you is until you fucking start doing it and trying it. And then you see how that works. And you're only 16. Good for you, man. You have a good head on your shoulders. You're starting off the right way. Amanda Moore, you have given me motivation, and I am not yet a member. I've been watching for a little over a week. I'm thinking of becoming one soon, probably for my birthday in a few days. A great gift to myself. It's a great community. It's great programming. It's always updating and challenging, and yeah, it's just a great place to be. So, well, I appreciate that, and I'm so glad that you're getting such value from the show and from my content. And yeah, I hope to see you inside X real soon. That'd be awesome. There's a lot of different possibilities, fam. There's a lot of different ways you can go with your training, with your fitness. You just have to do it. So it doesn't matter unless you're doing it. I ate raw fruits and veggies, little meat, and a lot of water and occasional. That's so vague. Organic dinner, sweet potato salad, Brussels sprouts. Just so you know, Organic plant-based protein shakes and bars. Okay, those can go in the garbage. Tho- Those can go any kind of supplements, just fucking get rid of plant-based. I don't care if they're plant-based, they're gonna have crap in them. And a lot of times there are plants and there are vegetables that can cause massive amounts of inflammation. So Julie, not saying you're not eating healthy. Obviously, you're eating healthy. You're not eating McDonald's and fast food and soda. So I'm not saying that. But there are many foods. That's why I did the anti-diet workshop. So if you're on since you're on Facebook and if you send me a message and you swipe up, you can check out my workshop if you haven't. It's called the anti-diet workshop. Yeah, sometimes the seeds and the peels of things like cucumbers, zucchini, for example, beans, some other vegetables, nightshades, and stuff like that might cause a lot of inflammation because it's pretty much like protective mechanisms from the evolution of plants, lectins, and so forth. So there are a lot of just because something is natural, just because something's a whole food doesn't mean you don't have a reaction to it. And that's why the elimination diet is important because it's going to isolate some of these things. And there are a lot of people that I've talked to that have something as simple as, red bell peppers, but that's a nightshade. And they feel fine when they have whatever food. But then they realized when they added red pepper back in, they were fucked up. Their stomach was jacked up. They had diarrhea. Stomach was bloating and cramping because they had red bell peppers. And that's well known as a nightshade to be damaging for some people. For some people, it doesn't mean it's good for everyone, but some people might not notice a difference, but you're not going to know unless you eliminate things and you go through that process. Yeah. Mark, I was going to say the same thing about the supplements. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about the subs. Bacon, butter, avocados, more healthy fats to become a fat burning beast. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point, Mark. I didn't see any fats really in your. You say you have sweet potato salad, Brussels sprouts. That's no fat. Raw fruits, veggies, a little meat. I'm assuming because of what you said you eat, you probably eat very lean meat, which I don't like. I say I say lean meats are for dogs. If you have lean meat left over, you just feed them to your dog. Let's see. The anti-diet workshop makes so much sense. I was feeling so confused what to eat before. Anti-diet workshop. Where? How? Julie, send me a message. Go if you click on send message on my Facebook page, you will get you will see there's a main menu. You could swipe up on your phone or on the side. You can click and pull up the main menu in Messenger, and you'll see the anti-diet workshop. Or just send me a message. But by sending me a message, you'll see that. Chicken or salmon, I don't like either. Fish is farmed and devoid of nutrients. You'll get more omegas and healthy fats from grass-fed beef, more omega 3s too. And chicken is just so over. Chicken is so what is chicken? Chicken is so is so 1997. I don't know. Chicken is a sad meat. In my opinion, the reason why chicken is if you taste chicken plain, it tastes like fucking shit. And there's a reason why chicken wings taste better is because darker meat, more fat. You have white chicken breasts that taste like sandpaper for a reason. No, chicken tastes Mustafa as I'm not even gonna try, but I appreciate the comment. Chicken doesn't even taste good. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. People that like chicken, they like what they put on the chicken. You like chicken? You like barbecue chicken? Of course you do, because you have fucking sugar and sauce all over it. You like fried chicken? Of course, because you're fucking frying it in vegetable oil. Of course you like the taste. Point being, you need to be strong mentally and you reach your goals. Yeah, it's always about it's mental strength. Discipline is mental strength. I agree. I hate chicken breast. Chicken breast is sad, but also chickens are pumped with antibiotics. It's hard to find quality chicken. Quality chicken. Can I talk about supplements a little bit? Yeah, I don't like supplements, and we're done on that topic. I'm not a fan of supplements. And there's no reason to talk about supplements when right now we're having a functional conversation about the right foods to eat at the core. You don't even have to talk about. There are very few supplements that you really need. Not to mention, if you're not doing everything I'm talking about with the food right now, don't even worry about the supplements. Stop watching when you fucking watch YouTube videos and all this shit and all these people talking about supplements. Yeah, there's a reason because they have a coupon code and a discount code. Enter this for 15% off. Yeah, they're getting a kickback. So of course they're pushing supplements. Why do you think supplements exist? Because they make money. Does it mean that all supplements are bad? No, I've made videos that just said, fuck supplements, they all suck. That's not true. There are some things that are beneficial, but I mean, do you have the research on it? How beneficial is it? Can you just eat more of a certain food to get that nutrient? And when you're eating, for example, if you eat quality grass fed beef and you eat organ meats, and a lot of people are like, oh, gross, organ meat, but I eat my ground beef and it has ground beef heart or beef liver. But if you're getting quality meats and you're getting the organs, you're getting all the minerals and the nutrients from the animal that was eating grass and all these things that we might not process as well. So instead of eating like 10 bowls fucking broccoli, if you're eating animals and organ meats, you're getting all these nutrients and all these vitamins and minerals and things. And I'm drinking bone broth. Like I'm getting the stuff from healthy animals and I'm getting it straight from them, already processed, ready to be absorbed. What do you think about pre workouts? Mostly caffeine based. As much as shitty as pre workouts are, I'm actually not really against them because sometimes if you're working like a third shift and you're tired and you won't go to the gym, sometimes it's like a little bump. It's not cocaine, but it'll get you up and it's caffeine. You drink some coffee and go, or you take a pre-workout. Yeah, there's crap in it and you might have allergic reactions and it's not good for you. But whatever gets you the fucking gym, really, whatever gets you the gym. If you have a little bit of if you have caffeine and of course you have some artificial sweeteners, pre-workouts are trash. They're shit and they're mostly caffeine based and they're overpriced and they're not really safe because we don't know. But like for long-term consumption, but if it gets you in the gym and that's a difference between getting in the gym and not, either you get more sleep or you just fucking go. Just go to the gym. Just do it. Mm-mm-mm. I cut out chicken and switched to grass-fed beef. I love the results. Also, since I cut out protein shakes and pre-workout, I've shredded the weight. Yeah, a lot of times you will retain water because you're consuming artificial substances in the pre-workouts, in the supplements, and so forth. Barbecue is the best. I've run out of ways to cook chicken. Then switch to beef, and you can keep it simple, and it'll be better for you. Fuck chicken. Boring meat. It's so boring. Chicken's gross. It tastes like shit. All supplements suck except Optimum Gold Standard. Yeah, Gold Standard. I'll wipe. I would line like a lizard cage with Gold Standard whey. All that stuff sucks. A waste of money. What about transparent labs? I don't. Most of these things don't have the benefit that you think they do. Most of the things don't have anywhere. They don't have the benefit that you think they do. What, you're going to take beta alanine and have such a much better workout and get such better results because you suck down some citrulline malate or something? I mean, a lot of that's placebo effect. And when you think about it, you can't test that shit on yourself because you're taking a supplement. You're taking something. So how much of it is in your head? How much of it is the caffeine that's giving you fucking getting you amped? You go to the gym and you crush a workout, you have caffeine, rah, and you're lifting hard and you have a great pump and you get results because you're eating big food. Is it the pre-workout really? Or is it that you're taking a pre-workout and you're going to have a good workout? A lot of times and I know you do this. I know everyone does this. You take a scoop of your pre-workout, you're like, well, I'm going to fucking go to the gym now. I took it. I'm not going to waste it. And you go to the gym. It's like part of the process. It's like, boom. It's like, oh, should I work out today? Fuck it. Let's go. Take a scoop. You put in the shaker. You drank it. Well, now I'm going to go work out. So it got you to the gym. So maybe it does. Maybe it is a good thing, but not for what you think it does. Water retention from supplements. Yeah, you sure can. You can. But here's the thing. When I was talking about, for example, Julie, this ties back to what you said before that you eat healthy, right? And I agree, you do. You're very cognizant of what you eat. I wasn't knocking your food choices. But for example, let's say you are allergic to legumes and things of that nature, and the processing of the supplements has a lot of barley, right? Like plant based proteins usually have a lot of grains and stuff and breakdowns of grains and soy that can be inflammatory. So you're sucking that down just because it's plant based. And that's a huge issue in the fitness industry is this association or this link. And these companies like Vega and these fucking companies have done very, very good at creating this link and this association between plant based and health. That because it's plant based, it's healthy for you. And because it says plant-based, that means it has nothing bad. It's plant-based. No, but I have a plant-based protein. Who fucking cares if it's plant-based or not? You're buying a fucking protein supplement that you don't need. That could be causing you a lot of problems with artificial sweeteners and inflammatory ingredients and impurities, because most all proteins, I did an episode on this probably 50 episodes ago or so about the heavy metals that they found in every single protein, including plant-based proteins. Heavy fucking metals, and you absorb those too. And plant-based does not, and I'll repeat, plant-based does not mean healthy. That does not mean healthy. There are plants that you can eat and fucking die from. There are plants that will cause you nasty reactions. There are plants that are not good for you to eat. So just because it's a plant does not mean it's good. That's the comment right there. Zach Perez on Facebook. Grass-fed beef is delicious. It doesn't even need seasoning. I agree. It absolutely does not. You know why? Because fat tastes good. You know why fat tastes good? Because your body wants fat. Why? Because it's good for you. Done. End of story. I feel great. I have energy. I am not deficient. I don't eat 5 pounds of fucking beef a day. I'm not a caveman. I don't do the caveman diet where I'm only eating beef, or the carnivore diet. I don't believe in fucking only beef. Local raw milk from grass-fed animals, raw milk, that'd be the only way you should consume it, but it's still milk from another animal, and there's really no need for it. However, you can try it and see how you like it. But if you're already consuming dairy, it depends also too if you're consuming A1 casein proteins or A2 casein proteins. There's different types of milk. So some people might have issue with cow's milk, but be fine with sheep or goat's milk. But you're drinking the milk of another fucking animal. That's weird. There's a reason why you stopped sucking on your mom's titty when you're a year old, because you no longer needed milk. You no longer needed, or you started to require real nutrients and more volume. So you stopped requiring breast milk. It got you to where you needed to go. And now you're done. It gave you the antibodies, gave you the defenses, gave you the fats. And here's another thing when everyone's wondering, like, I need so much protein. I need so much protein. I think human breast milk is like 1% protein. There's like no protein in it. So how much protein do you really need to grow? Or does it come down to other factors as well? Well, Julie, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do, Julie, because I'm not trying to tell you exactly what is good or bad for you. What I want to do for everyone that's listening and watching, these tips and tricks and these nutrition things, I'm not giving you an answer. Okay. None of this is an answer. None of this is an answer. I'm not saying, okay, this food's bad for you. Don't eat that. That's bad. What I am saying is that you might be eating foods that are bad. This is why some of these foods are bad for people. You need to do an elimination process in order to figure out if these foods are bad for you. Because what if you found, what would you say if I told you, and what if you thought you were eating so healthy for so long and all of a sudden you cut down a couple things, like 1 or 2 vegetables that you were always eating, and all of a sudden you felt better, no more joint pain, no more migraines, you started dropping a little bit extra weight. Holy shit. How healthy were you really eating? But it's a vegetable. Oh, but it's plant-based. Well, maybe it's not good for you. I don't care where it comes from. I don't care where it comes from. There's bad meat, there's bad vegetables, there's bad chicken, there's bad fruit. There's a lot of bad things. And there's a lot of stuff that we aren't taught because it's not important. It's not important for the government and for these big companies to keep us healthy. Agreed? It's not important for them to keep us healthy. It's important enough for them to keep us healthy enough so we have the ability to make money to pay for when we get sick. That's what these companies thrive off of. They thrive off of vitamins and health and this. And then they just, we'll get sick eventually. But we have to be healthy enough to be alive so we can pay for being sick. So we have to be like kind of healthy, but sick enough to pay a lot of money to keep us healthy. And Instagram, you got about 20 seconds on Instagram. Instagram's got about 20 seconds and then the live cast is going to end. So those of you that are watching on Instagram, head on over to Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Actually, I might just restart it. So, I'll just restart it. We'll stay for a couple more minutes, but it's going to end and I'm going to start a new live cast. So just stay tuned on Instagram. Just stay tuned for the next notification. Is the ELO an elimination? What's the ELO? Trisha, is the ELO elimination process on your face? Oh, it's I did a workshop. I did a workshop. I didn't call it the elimination workshop. It's called the anti-diet because it talks more about, or talks equally as much about, not counting calories. It talks about not counting calories, not worrying about macros, especially at the beginning of your nutrition process. So it's on my Facebook page. It's in my Messenger main menu. So send me a message, and there's a link at the top here. I thought I put it up here. You can message me. Just go to my Facebook page and hit message me. And in the main menu, you can swipe up on your phone, or there might be like 3 lines in the corner if you're on your desktop, or whatever app, if you're an Android or Apple. I don't know what it looks like on sometimes other phones. And then you bring up the main menu, you'll see free resources, and you'll see anti-diet workshop, and it plays every hour. So all you got to do is register for the hour that you want. So if you want to watch it at 5 p.m., just register before then and use it. But you'll get email confirmation if you miss that time. You'll get a link in your email, and you can re-register because you'll have to register for the next available time. It's specific for the next time that's upcoming. So if you register and you miss it for whatever reason, something comes up, or your kid, bangs their knee and you have to, put a Band-Aid on, whatever the fuck, you can always you'll get a link in your email to re-register if you need it, if you missed it, and then you can just re-register and watch it again. And some people watch it more than once. My pre-workout is motivational video. So what I think I'm going to do, that might be one of the topics today for the Daily Swole Club, but also make sure everyone on Messenger hook into the Daily Swole Club, maybe because today was a very nutrition based, it kind of turned into that. Maybe I'll do a little bit of a breakdown on a couple things to eliminate. I'll talk a little about that in today's Daily Swole Club post, but I'll think about it. We'll see. We'll see. I got a bunch of things I recorded the other day, so I'm just going to be releasing those like a whole series. So we will see how that goes. But good stuff, fam. Good stuff. Remember today, everything we talked about, whether it's nutrition or whether it's exercise, it's all about making the time. So are you willing to make the time? Are you invested enough? Are you prioritizing your fitness? Are you dedicated? Do you really want? Do you really want what you say you want? Do you really want what you say you want? Do you want to lose weight? Do you really want to build muscle? Do you really want to do what it takes to achieve what you say you do? Because if that's the case, cool. That's awesome. I think we all agree. That's awesome. You want to see results, you want to see change, you want to make progress. Fine. That's awesome. Do it. Do it. You're in the right place. Let's fucking do it. However, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to make the time? Because I will tell you, fucking absolutely. And we discussed this yesterday because I wasn't in the office. I was talking about living it daily and doing it daily. This show is the embodiment of what you need to take and apply in your training. It's making the time. And I said it before, and I'm not tooting my own horn. It's just a straight up fucking fact. I do not have the time every day to do the show. I don't, quote, have the time. I make the time. If I didn't do it yet, I have to get it done. It gets done every day. And if something else comes up and I have to do it at 11 o'clock at night, which I've done, something got pushed back and I wasn't able to make it on time, but I did it that day. We went from 11, we'll go till midnight. It'll get done every single day. The Daily Swole will be daily, and it's going to get done every day. And I do it in order. I do it in order to provide value and all things I do it for, but it's the discipline. It's making the time. It gets done because I make the time. It's not always convenient. It's not always sunny out. It's not always, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter what time it's going to get done. And that's because I make the time to do it. So are you, with your fitness and with your nutrition, are you going to make the time to do it? Are you going to make the time? You're not going to have the time. Are you going to make the time? And if you are willing to make the time and you do make the time, you're going to get results, and you're going to get impressive results. And you're going to feel great about your results, and you're going to love what you get out of that. And it's not going to happen overnight. And that's the hard part. Do you have the discipline? Do you have the consistency? Do you have the ability to buckle down and make that time every fucking day? to prep your meals if you have to prep your meals, to go to the gym if you have to go to the gym, to do your yoga if you need to do your yoga, to do your mobility, if you need to drink your water, if you need to drink your water, like doing what you need to do, fucking regardless, without seeing instant gratification, without getting an Amazon Prime package in 2 fucking days, without getting next day delivery. When you put the time in today, you have a great workout, you ate your food, you got your sleep, you drank your water, you ain't gonna look a damn bit fucking different tomorrow. You won't look a damn, you're not gonna get any fucking instant feedback. You might feel good, you might feel accomplished, but how you still have to do it again the next day. And what gets hard is doing that for 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 3 months, 6 months, and seeing minor progress, some more than others, depending on what you're trying to do, and still going and still doing it and still executing it with the same fervor and the same intensity and the same mindset, regardless of what you see right away. And that's where pictures come into play. That's where all these other measurements are beneficial because it gives you perspective that you don't have in the moment because you're not going to feel like it every fucking day. But it doesn't matter if you feel like it, you make the time and you get it done, just like we all did today with episode 743. So thank you so much for joining me for episode 743 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, slaycast, and taintcast in the realm every damn day. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Thank you so much. Remember to join the Daily Swole Club. Send me a message on Facebook and my messenger, Swolebot, will get back to you and let you know how to join. And every day, Quadcast, Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, pretty much every day, unless I'm traveling. And then you can just catch me on the YouTube and the Instagram. But follow me on stories, follow me around, and you'll know when Papa Swolio drops the nukes, and also SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. So I'll see you all in Swolenormous X. I'll be going live today for the private group on Facebook and kind of giving you the lowdown on what's coming. So I'll see you all soon, and I'll see you all, everyone, absolutely everyone, tomorrow for episode 744 of the Daily Swole, the most muscular swolecast in the realm. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, Papa Swolio out. See you tomorrow. Be safe. Love ya. Bye-bye. Later, Instagram. Peace out. Facebook and YouTube. Laters. Bye, fam.